is a real American? I wanna know. I wanna know. Who is a real American? I wanna know. Right now.
America give a many nations. Chinese, Japanese and Indian. Spaniard, British and African. Oh gosh. Italian, Mexican, Jamaican. Hear me now. Immigration. Operation. Immigration. Operation.
Sarah Jones is not a household name yet, but she is certainly on her way. The multi-talented playwright and performer has been compared to giants like Lily Tomlin and Whoopi Goldberg and Tracy Ullman. She counts Meryl Streep as one of her biggest fans. We'll explain that in a second. Jones is currently the toast of Broadway, where the limited run of her one-woman show, Bridge and Tunnel, has just been extended into July.
Times have changed, and it may not be perfect. But we live in the best country in the world. Yeah. Here in America, we have freedom to say what we want, be what we want, to decide what happens in our country. And we even get to decide what happens in other people's countries.
And Sarah Jones is with us this morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great.
How old are you?
I'm 32 years old.
32 years old, and just there you were playing
an octogenarian. Don't ask questions like that of an older lady. Are you kidding me, Harry? This early in the morning?
I know, it's just it's so not fair.
I just want to see you up close with my glasses. Okay.
How do I look?
You look fabulous. Okay.
Let's set this up, because Bridge and Tunnel is about a poetry reading. You used to do these poetry slams right downtown, and this is a poetry reading for all of these people from Queens. And for people across the Hudson River, Queens is where there's this amazing array of ethnic folk from all over the planet who come here and set their roots down in the first place, right?
It's the most diverse county in the world. Yeah. Can you believe that? Right there, Queens.
And in beautiful South Queen, here's this poetry reading for all these folks, and it's emceed by a guy named
Mohammed Ali, and okay, first of all, I want to say good morning, early morning to you, Hari. My name is Mohammed Ali, and well, it's one of those things where the poetry reading. Sometimes you tell people poetry reading that will not be exciting to them, but we find very exciting evening of theater out of that team.
Out of that team.
Out of that team, yes.
I'm sorry, I started to speak like you.
That's okay.
There's 14 different characters, male, female, old, young, everything in between. How you wrote this show, where does all of that come from?
Well, I wrote the show myself. I conceived it with my husband, Steve. That sounds like we made a baby, which we haven't yet. But we did come up with this idea for the show because we both started out in these performance venues, just reading our own writing aloud in competitions. And we met so many people from so many different backgrounds. To us, this isn't outlandish at all, but to some people, it's really unique to see this array of different backgrounds on one stage.
Well, but to see one person, this is this rapper, I brought my kids last night.
Oh, that's me. I was on TV. That's me, Rashid, here. I'm on TV. I'm blowing up.
You're blowing up.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
How, you're so deft, you're so able at all of these sounds. When you ride in the subway, when you're walking down the street, do you hear? Does it come clear to you? Do they ring true to you?
Well, I don't want people to start running from me when they see me on the street, but I do listen. I mean, I can't help it. It's when I hear, I'm not eavesdropping, but when I hear a voice of somebody who really just stands out to me, or, like there's a character in the show who's of Latina descent. She's a Dominican American, and she has this way of speaking that's very, very fast. She starts talking when she gets very excited. She can barely control the speed of what she's saying because she has so much to say and she really wants to contribute, So that's one of those things that when I hear somebody talking like that on the train, I really start to listen to that,
What's the other point of this? Because it's very funny, absolutely poignant, and all of these people really have something to say. That's really the message of this show.
They do, and don't we all? I mean, I think one of the things that's so exciting about getting to be on Broadway, I mean, it's a dream of mine, but I almost feel like I'm living my American dream vicariously through these other people's version, each of their individual versions of the American dream, that struggle to achieve it. These are tough economic times we live in. They're tough for everybody, but especially if you're an immigrant. And these are folks who, whether they're first generation or fifth generation, we all came to this country at some point.
And the prejudices they face, your first character, who was first on this morning, has a great line, and she talks about in the 1930s, she tries to go to New Jersey to buy a house. No Jews. No Jews.
And the story is the same today for a lot of people. It may not be anti-Semitism. It might be something else. It might be that you can't get a house because your skin's the wrong color, and a different religion, perhaps.
You got to see the show. Bridge and Tunnel, Sarah Jones, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much for having me.